You guys, I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but it is the end of October, which means it is time to do our monthly reallocation of our funds and all the money we saved. We saved so much this month, and I know why. Because if you've been watching my channel now for a couple months, I started doing my group plays, collabs, scratchers all in one video. And I started fresh with brand new challenges. So it took me about 6 to 8 weeks to really start finishing these challenges because I had so many of them and it took me a long time to finish any. So this is the first month where I really started finishing a lot of these challenges. I had a nice chunk that I finished and yeah, so I had a nice bit of challenges done and I saved a lot of money. So let's look into it here. All right. So for my minis, as usual for my minis kind of have stayed consistent. Actually, wow, Sarah, you don't need to zoom in that much. My minis actually did a little bit better this month because I started adding $60 instead of $50 because I finished my penny challenge. So I have finished $259 out of my minis, which that's awesome. And all of these are earmarked to go to certain sinking funds. My specialty binders, they didn't finish a whole lot, but that's okay because the ones that did finish were actually pretty big ones. Finished a $90 challenge in my games binder. I finished 2 birthday challenges in my birthday binder. And guys, my birthday fund is getting a big boost because I finished a lot of birthday challenges, which is good because I need it. And then my mental health binder, I finished a bunch of them, and those all just get randomized. So I finished $298 in my specialty binders. And then guys, look at all my scratchers, collabs, and group plays that I finished. So many of them. In fact, it's $1,160 worth of finished challenges. Isn't that amazing? So in total, I finished $1,717 worth of challenges in the month of October. Again, I will say this until I'm dead. I'll say it forever. This takes more than 1 month to finish these challenges. It took me a lot of months to finish all of these. So don't, if you're starting new, if you're starting fresh, don't think that this is something you should be able to do in 30 days. It's not. It's not. Here's my breakdown. Car maintenance is definitely getting $88. I'm going to randomize it. Dance actually is getting $40. I am going to enroll my youngest daughter into dance for at least 1 class. So I know I'm going to have to start paying for dance again. My window loan's getting $32 plus whatever I randomize, plus of course the payment, which I am snowballing now. Again, twice now. Kids activities is getting 82, 529 is getting 40, PSECU for a new car is getting 96, school is only getting 35, Canva is only getting 40, and I say that meaning they're not being randomized. Birthday's getting $223, guys, from finished challenges. Isn't that amazing? Again, if you're new here, I have a lot of birthdays in the winter season, winter-spring season, so I need to up this big time. So this is a great amount that I have now. Self-care is getting only 30. Sarah Saves 07 is getting 33. Nursing is not getting anything. I don't need anything in there anymore. Well, right now anyway. Travel is getting 109 plus randomizer. 2026 is getting 100 plus randomizer. And then my emergency fund is getting 166 plus my randomizer. So next I'm going to show you all of my challenges. Boom. I didn't even put this set in the bag because it was just, why do it? I'm just gonna have to take them right back out. So here are all my challenges that I finished in the month of October. There's a lot of them. Look at all of them. They're so pretty. And I'm going to take the money out, separate it, count it, make sure my numbers are right. And I'll be back after I do that. While I'm doing this, let me catch you up on some things going on in my life. So I told you a couple of weeks ago that my dad had to have this procedure. My dad has to have a heart surgery done. He has to have his mitral valve repaired, not replaced. They try not to replace it if at all possible because replacing is more of a ticking time bomb. More so, once you go to the replacement route of replacing a valve, it's completely foreign object in your body, and then you have to worry about that. So repairing is the way you want to go if you're going to have to repair something. And so he has to have that done. But before you can have anything done like that, you have to have so many things done. He has to have done a full body CT scan, which he had just done this week. And that is done to make sure that the vessels in your body can handle basically bypass, because your whole heart is bypassed because they stop your heart to do this procedure. So they can work on your heart while it's not beating. And then he has to have a heart catheterization done to make sure he doesn't need any bypasses in the heart itself. So that is being done on Tuesday of this coming week. So I have to take him. Of course, all of the procedures that have to be done are an hour and a half away, because we live in a really small town away from all major health things. So that is done an hour and a half away. I have to take him to have a heart cath done to check the vessels in the heart, make sure that the pressures are still good in the heart, and make sure that he doesn't need any stenting done or doesn't need any heart caths done or anything like that. Not heart caths, he is doing that. Any bypasses while done. And then they'll schedule him for his actual surgery to have the mitral valve repaired. So isn't that crazy? He has so much he has to have done before this procedure. And the other crazy part is he's completely asymptomatic. He doesn't have any symptoms other than a little bit of leg swelling and some fatigue. And the only reason they caught this was because his doctor, his PCP, when he went into an appointment, heard a heart murmur, which he's likely had his whole life, or for not his whole life, but for his whole adult life, he's likely had a heart murmur. And yeah, they caught a heart murmur, and then they did the echo, and they did all sorts of stuff, and they found a prolapsed mitral valve, and he now has to have this done. So it's a very, very serious surgery, but he's relatively low risk, so hopefully everything turns out nice and fine and dandy. But as you guys know, I am the healthcare person of the family. So I will be making all these trips and treks and working with him, and he'll be in the hospital for like 5 to 6 days afterwards. And my dad does not handle being still well at all. I mean, the man is almost 70 and he cannot sit still at all. I mean, he's still working because he's retired twice. He's retired twice now. He just can't stop. He just can't sit still. So anyway, that's what's going on right now for me. Tonight is trick or treat. I'm actually recording this on Friday, and my kids are so excited. We did town trick or treating yesterday, and tonight is our developments trick or treating. We're so excited. So I hope you guys have a wonderful trick or treat if you guys do that, or if you hand out candy, or if you just like to see the kids walking around having fun. All right, I'm going to shut up now and fast forward you. Okay, guys, that might be the first time in months that my numbers were actually completely correct. I really do have 1717 here. I'm pretty impressed by that. So car maintenance is getting 88. So 50, 70, 80, 85, 87, 88. And I'm going to randomize, so I'm going to just leave that there. Girls dance is getting 40. And you guys, I already went in here and I added October reallocation for $40. So I don't even have to mess with it. I'm just going to add it in here, zip it up. And you know what? I'm going to take it out because I have a lot of things I'm randomizing today, and I'll probably leave everything in here. Just make it easier. Windows is getting 32, 20, 32. And I'm going to leave this one in. Kids activities is going to be getting 82. 50, 70, 82 for kids' activities. Oh my gosh, guys. I think I forgot to take my money out for the costumes. I did. Ugh, God, I have to pay myself back for those costumes. All right, my 529 account for my kids is getting 40, 20, and 40. That gets randomized as well. PSECU is for a new car, and that's getting 96. I wonder if I have $4 in here. Chances are not good. Yeah, no. Okay, so 96, 50, 70, 95, and 6 for a new car. That's a lot. That's good. That was a good amount. Back to school is going to get 35. I should have done this for all of these, plus 35. So I'm at 609, and this is going to have money coming out soon because our fall fundraisers are due soon. And I take my fundraiser money out of these because, so back to school has 644 because, that's what I have this money for. I have this money for a lot of things, but I also have this money for fundraisers because I can budget for this by having it in a sinking fund. This is for Canva, Etsy, Creative Fabrica, all those things. I'm adding $40 to this. So 177 plus 40 now has 217 in here. So I'm going to add 40 bucks, 20, 40, and just set this one aside. Birthday is getting a ton. 50, 100, 50, 200. That's crazy. 220, 2, and 3. And I am not adding more to that, so I could just finish this one off. And I'm so excited by this. I did finish it off. I have $713 in here now because I really will need all of that. For birthdays coming up. 3 kid birthdays coming up, and my son is now in school, so I know he's going to want to have a little birthday party for his friends in school. 20, 30, even if it is just taking like cupcakes or something to school. Actually, I don't think I'm allowed to do that anymore. Self-care is getting $30, so I have $206 in self-care, which that's hilarious because when was the last time I did that? Sarah Saves 07 is getting 33, 20, 30, 32, 33, and it now has 207. Actually, that's probably not accurate either. I need to take out some shipping for that. My nurse binder is not getting anything. My travel is getting 109, 100, and 5, 7, and 9. And that is going to be randomized. And then my last one is my emergency fund, and it is getting 166. 50, 100, 150, 160, 165, 166 for emergency fund. And that's going to go there. So the rest of this money is able to be randomized. And this is a lot of money. Let's see how much it is. Actually, it's $603. I already figured that out. I already know what it is. It's $603 to randomize. And I know that's a ton of money. And it actually was more than that. I actually went through and earmarked a little bit more of this money to certain things so that I didn't have as much money. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, maybe I should. Wait, where's my 2026? I don't have my 2026 pause. All right, I forgot about my 2026 envelope. I had made this and I left it across the room. So this is my 2026 envelope, saving for my Madeline Budgets my Madeline Budgets book for saving 2026 and 2026. And I'm adding $100 into that. That was earmarked as well. 20, 40, 60, 80, let's add a couple tens. 90, 100, just to get that out of here. So here's $100 going into this one as well. All right, now all of my earmarked money is already placed. Good, okay. So all of this money now is going to be randomized. The rest of this money is randomized money. And I think Okay. What I did was I paper clipped all the money that is already in there so that I can easily decipher what was earmarked for this to what was randomized for this, so I can add them up and have a nice even number written on my paper. I'm going to roll a 20-sided die, and I'm going to put that amount of money in the envelope and just go envelope to envelope. So I'm randomizing car maintenance, my window loan, kids activities, my kids' 529 college education accounts, a new car savings, my travel binder, my 2026 binder, and my emergency fund. Those are the things I am randomizing for this video. Okay. A 1. I just cannot with that. That's ridiculous. Okay. A 4. Yes. 2 and 4. I would have gotten a bigger number rolling. A 1! I would have gotten bigger numbers rolling a D6. Let's be completely honest. A 3. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. A 20. Okay. All right, good. That's for a new car. $5 for travel. It's going to take forever if it goes like this. That's a 9, 5, 7, and 9. It's so funny. 13, 10, 12, and 13. And back to the beginning. All right, let's see if maybe we can get some higher numbers this time. 11, 10, and 11. Next is for my window loan. Another 1. Is that for real? For real? By the way, where's the other 1 that I had in here? Where'd that dollar? Where did I skip this one? Two, 4, 5. What happened? I'm rolling again. 3. Oh my God. We're just putting a 5 in. This is so incredulous. Oh, 3. 4. Okay. All right. This is just how it's going to be. 15. Okay. All right. 529s are getting 15. Also, guys, I didn't deposit the money into my kids' 529 education like I did most months. I didn't do it last month, and I don't really know why. I think I forgot, and then by the time I remembered, I was like, well, I might as well just wait till the end of the month and do it all together. So I didn't do it. This is 16 for travel. So I didn't do that, and so this month I'll have a nice chunk to add to each of my kids' savings accounts, so that's nice. That was at 8 for 2026, so I'm going to put in 10. Emergency is getting 6. Oh my gosh. Car is a 1 again. No, I refuse to do 1s. 18. Okay, thank you. I refuse. We're going to put these $2 bills back and take a 20. I refuse to do 1s. That's just ridiculous. Window is getting 10. Kids activities is getting 7. 5 and 2 is 7. 529 accounts is getting 9. Put a 1 back and grab a 10. Oh my gosh, 18, yay, 18. So let's grab a 20 for PSECU. That's for a new car. Oh my gosh, it's gonna happen. We need it. That car, I feel like it's gonna fall apart. I just do. My husband doesn't seem to think so. I do. If you heard it, you would think so. That travel got 14. 2026, what are you gonna get? A 1. No, you're not. 13. 10. And put a 2 back. Take a 5. Emergency fund. 11. 10 and 11. The other thing, going back to my dad, the other thing that's kind of, I don't want to say neat about it. There's really nothing neat about having a needle shoved into your groin. But I took care of cath patients. That was my specialty at the other hospital I used to work at. So I know the ins and outs of how that works. So it's kind of nice for him anyway, that at least he is gonna have someone who knows how to help take care of him and can talk to the doctors sufficiently and understand what's going on. That's 16 for 529 accounts. Man, these kids are gonna have some nice money set aside for further education if that's what they want. 5, 6, 7. I don't think I said it last month. I remember it during editing, realizing I didn't say this. Did you guys, at least in the state of Pennsylvania, and I don't know if it's like this everywhere else, but 529 accounts for college education, for further education for kids. First of all, it's not just for traditional college. It can be for trade schools, tech schools. It can be for any sort of education. But it also can be tax-free, can roll over tax-free now in the state of Pennsylvania into a Roth IRA if you don't use all of the funds. Or if you end up not going to college at a certain age, I don't know what the age is, at a certain age, it is rolled over into a Roth IRA, free, tax-free. And that's kind of amazing. I'm just taking a 10 for this one. Tax-free. That's a 7, 5, 6, 7. So there's really no reason not to do it if you can afford to put a little money here and there. That's what I do. I do this. My husband and I say we, my husband and I put money in for every birthday and for Christmas. Oh, there's a 20 for a new car. Holla. For every birthday and for Christmas. And my dad puts money in for birthdays. And then I, monthly, when I do my reallocation, put a little bit of money in. And it's just something we decided to do. And my parents did it for me when I was growing up, and most of my college education was covered. Not all of it. My nursing school was not covered because I went back to school. And so I had to end up paying for my nursing school, which, you know, of course I did because my parents didn't save enough for 2 educations. And it's just a big, big help. It's just a big help. And especially if you go to a trade school and you don't end up needing the amount of money that you would typically need for a traditional university, then we're just putting a 20 in, then a tax-free entry into a Roth IRA at such a young age, hello, no brainer, no brainer. And this just makes some money for my kiddos over all these years. That's a 19 for their 529 accounts. Huh. Lucky, lucky ducks. PSECU for a new car is getting 2. Womp womp. Travel's getting 18. Let's just put a 1 back and take a 20 because we're gonna cheat a little. 2026, you're gonna get 4. Womp womp. That's okay. We're gonna definitely finish that 2026 before 2026. There's 16. 20 it is. I'm at the point in this video where I'm going to start cheating. 14, 10, 15 it is. Window loan. Why are so many people calling me? Oh, it's election week. Next week is election week. Make sure you guys get out and vote. Primary elections are just as important, if not more important than big elections, guys. You don't just vote at presidential elections if you want things to go where you want them to go. Just saying. That's a 19. 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. I put a 1 back. Oh my gosh. By the way, I'm making a shirt today that says, for my Halloween costume, that says, my mom took Tylenol. Oh God. It's too good to pass up. You just can't pass up comedic gold like that. All right, and the last roll is gonna get $6. I wonder what the roll was. 10. Okay, $6 for the last one. All right, let's see what everyone got. I'm so excited to find out and see where this money went. Let me move this stuff to the side, and let me move my paper over here so I can write with it. Whoops, I wonder what that was. Oh, my mouse. That's not good. All right, car maintenance. We started car maintenance with $88. That's in here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to try to shut up so I can fast forward me sorting this money. All right, 88, and then we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 77, 79, 80, 81, plus another 81 equals 169. 169 towards car maintenance today, which is awesome because, guys, all three of our vehicles had oil changes and inspections done this week. And we spent $869. And that, of course, was not just on oil changes and inspections. We had things that we had to have fixed. Like there was a ball joint that had to be replaced. And of course, it had to be ordered. And of course, you had labor. And then there was something else in one of the vehicles that had to be done. $869 later. So now we're at 169, adding into 172 is $341 now in our car maintenance, which is such a bummer because we were up to over $1,000. So I'm super happy with $169 going in. Don't get me wrong, but I am super bummed that we went down so much. All right, I wonder if I should zoom out just a little. Okay. Next is Windows. Now Windows, I'm excited to show you this, but Windows got $32, and then we're adding 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $75 more. Ooh, okay. So 75 plus 32 is 107 going into Windows. Okay, guys, are you ready to see where we're at with our window loan? So if you remember, last month we paid off our mower, and that minimum payment was $126.62. Well, we also already finished our window loan. So we've already been snowballing our first window loan into this window loan. So our first snowball went from $110.95 was this minimum payment. And we're snowballing it, and then we were paying off. So we were going to $198.77 for our snowball, which we rounded to $200. So we were paying $200 a month. But now with the mower payment added, which is $126.62, we are now paying $130 extra because I rounded this up. So now we're paying $330 a month to our window loan. If we didn't add any extra money from this reallocation, from this randomizer into this loan, we would finish this loan in 6 more months. But we are adding more. So now we're adding $107 extra off of this loan. So we are at 2075, and we're subtracting 107. So now our loan is under 2,000, which is $1,968. And I'm going to divide that by 330, which means now we're under 6 months to finish this loan, just under. But we are going to put all of this money, we're going to switch it over online. We're going to put $107 to the window loan number 2, and we're going to finish this off. I'm going to make a stretch goal to be 4 months to pay this off. So December, January, February, March. By March, I want to try to finish this. Can we do it? I think we can, but we'll find out. Yeek, 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 yeek. Okay. Next is kids' activities. Woo. All right, kids' activities actually didn't seem to get a ton. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 37, 39, 40, 41, $42. So 42, it has 82 from what we earmarked. So 82 plus 42 is $124 into kids' activities today. So that's a nice addition. Let's see where we're at, even though I know I have to take out my costume fees to take out for costumes. October reallocation, we're adding 124. plus 332, which is where we were. We now have $456 in here for the time being until I take out some moolah. All right, next is my kids' 529 accounts for college education, for higher education. All right, 529 accounts got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 82, 83, 84 more dollars. So that is 124 exactly. Wow, 124 in addition to, again, I told you I forgot to deposit this last month. So we are adding 124 plus, I already had $228 in there. So we are at 352. Wow. Divided by 3, that's 117-ish per kid. I'll probably do like 100 per kid and then just leave the 52 in there to try to just make it even. It's nicer just to do those whole round numbers, but we'll see. All right, next is for a new car. All right, a new car started with $96 and now we're adding 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 97, 98, 99. Wow. All right, so that's going to be $195 total. That's a lot of money. That's exciting. All right. So we are currently at $2,277. So 195 plus $2,277 is $2,472. Yes, guys, progress. So exciting. This is gonna be so nice to have this money saved up. I can just make a cash down payment. Brings that monthly payment down so nicely. Oh, I love it. Okay, next is for travel. Let's see, what are we adding to travel? We're starting with 109, which is super nice, but we're gonna add 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82. Nope, not 182, just 82. So 82 plus 109 is $191. That is, I bet you that finishes my Leo's Little Corner book. I bet you that finishes it. So I'm adding 191 and I'm not, actually I don't usually finish my tracker until I actually put the money in the book. So I'll leave this in the front here. Okay, 2026 got a ton of money today. Okay, it actually didn't. So we're starting with 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. Hey, $170 to that 2026 challenge? Heck yeah, I'll take that for sure. I'll take that a million times over. And the last category that we randomized was my emergency fund. And let's see what we saved in emergency fund. We saved 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, $71 plus the 166 is $237. Dang, Skippy, that's exciting. Now, I want to show you my trackers. I'll show you that, I'll update my tracker for you then. So $237 plus, I already had 224 in there. So our tracker is at $461 for emergency fund. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's amazing. Let me pull over my emergency fund tracker. Here she is. Here's my emergency fund tracker. And I can add $237 in here now. Oh God, that's going to be some mathin', guys. So how many nines? 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 9 times 11 is 99 plus 99 is 198. So I could do both of these rows of 9s. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, I'm going to do both rows of 9s. I'm going to do some 8s and I think 7. So I'll fast forward you through this so I can show you my progress and my emergency savings for $1,500.
Okay, guys, that's some progress. If I ever saw some progress, I love it. I'm so excited about it. Saving $1,500 and we're at 461. So we're almost a third of the way there. So that's exciting. And then we can also go into our new car challenge. So how much do we have saved for our PSECU accounts? Let's find out. We have 472, which means we should be able to have 47. Okay, so that means I can color up to here, and let me fast forward you so you don't have to watch. Well, that looks like really awesome progress to me. We are almost halfway for this page. I just do $1,000 at a time. It helps me feel like I'm making really good progress rather than doing like a $5,000 goal. Just doing $1,000 goal, I can finish it so much quicker and then I have that gratification. So those are the two goal trackers I set for my sinking funds. Visual trackers, I mean. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm going to go through this and condense it now. I know that that takes forever, so I'm going to do that off camera, but I appreciate you being here. Please, if you wouldn't mind, leave me a comment and a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.